Have you ever debated back and forth whether you should finally go ahead and buy that Dunkin' Donuts coffee on that really hard day where you just think if you have that coffee, it will save your life right now? And you finally bite the bullet and you're like, I'm gonna spend the money. And you get to the drive-thru, you order, you go to pay, and the person in front of you has already paid. Kind of makes you want to go like this. If this has happened to you, you remember how you felt. And we're going to talk today about how to increase this action for little or no money at all. Happy Frugal Friday, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so glad you are here. If you like this content, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can join us every single Friday to talk about all the frugal things. When we're talking about kindness, everyone knows about random acts of kindness. We go on these kind of sprees of random acts of kindness, and it becomes like a very trendy thing for a bit, and then it kind of fades out. I'm looking to start a movement of not just random acts of kindness, but the habit of frugal kindness that you can implement right now, starting today, and most importantly, something that you are in the habit of doing and not just do once a year, once a week, once a month. Something that's kind of daily that you participate in that costs little or nothing that will literally change the lives of all those around you. Frugal people don't spend a lot of money necessarily, but we have a lot to give, right? We can give so much and spend so little and have so much impact on those that we love, even strangers on some days, that can change people's lives by starting with these little small habits of kindness. I was spending some time with a group of my dear girlfriends this past weekend, and we were having a wonderful conversation about kind of the butterfly effect. Now, the butterfly effect originally was in terms of weather, saying if a butterfly flapped their wings in Chicago, it could cause a tornado in Tokyo. But the point of this is the idea that small changes can make big changes happen. This video could be 10 hours long, but of course I'm not going to do that to you today. But please know, I know that these small things can happen on a global scale, saving the planet, reaching out to other countries, reaching out to other states. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to bring it in real tight. And we're going to start in your own home. What can you do in your own home that is a habit of kindness that can change someone in your family's day? A very easy one is love notes. The first love note I ever got from Kaden is this. This is the first note. Mama, I love you. And I have kept it, obviously. And it means the world to me, and when he wrote it to me, I cried. This continues in life. I know that there are some parents out there, maybe they make huge donations to schools and companies, etc., but they're not even taking care of the kindness that they should be providing in their own home. First, it's great to donate to other people, of course, but starting in your own home, I really believe, I cannot remember what the quote is, but something to the effect of peace or kindness, it all starts in your own home. So guys, before we even go out there, and we need to go out there, let's start here. Let's start in our own homes. Start with your children, your spouse, anyone living in your family. If we take the time to nurture and be kind to those in our own home, all the people in the family feeling loved and feeling that vibe of kindness, it ripples out so that your child is now going out to school with these feelings. Your spouse or yourself is now going out to work with the kindness and the kindness vibe and that feeling of being generous with your time or your words and creating better relationships as they go and making everyone's day better as you can go. Can you picture my little spider map here of how that would work? When I was hanging out with my friends this past weekend, I was talking about how in the morning sometimes I witness parents screaming at their children in the drop-off line or as they're walking into school. How do you think that affects that child that day? I'm just saying, and guys, I'm never telling anybody how to parent, but just let's think about it, just very common sense wise. If you start your day off screaming at your kid and you're in the pickup line and you're like, I told you not to do that, what are you thinking? And yelling at them, you forgot your paper, you're so dumb. Like, I've heard people saying mean things to their children. Oh, it literally crushes me. I don't want to cry about it. It makes me feel really sad. But if you're yelling at your kid about how they're not living up to your expectations and then they walk into school, where do you think their mindset is when they sit down to class? You know what I mean? And I'm not a perfect parent in any way, but what I always try to do for Kaden, I try to make our mornings as calm as possible, and that's why I really push the nighttime routine. I'll leave my link up here of how we do a nice preparation for the next day so that you're not chaotic in the morning. And then going off for the day in a peaceful, positive state. Because if Kaden feels loved and supported at home, hey buddy, have a good day, I love you, I'll see you right after school, we're gonna do this tonight, we're gonna have this for dinner, give him something to look forward to, Kaden's gonna sit in class and feel secure and happy and respected by his mom, and therefore is gonna respect his teacher and those around him. If I scream at Kaden and make him feel horrible before we walk in the door, what do you think he's going to be thinking when he sits to class? His anger of my anger is going to push, he might be shorter fused with his classmates. He might be more rude to his teacher because I'm rude to him. It just rubs off. Do you know what I'm saying, you guys? I'm not going to go on for this forever, but your words and your actions affect the people around you. So start with kindness. Even though you want to scream at your kid for not getting their shoes on, save the screaming for when they're about to run into the street. Save it for when they're about to reach for a hot stove. If your kid forgets to throw their shirt in the laundry, that doesn't qualify as a reason to scream. Even if it's the 10th time you've asked them, you got to find a different way. That was quite a tangent to get to love notes, but let me reel it back in. I hope that sunk in with you. You guys get it, right? And it's so hard in the chaos in the morning sometime, but just choose your words wisely. Back to the love notes. Almost every day, I take a second, write on a Post-it, Kaden, I love you. I stick it somewhere in his school bag, in his lunchbox, or whatever it is. If your child can't read yet, I used to do this to him when he was even younger, when he couldn't read. I'd either draw a picture or even writing I love you over and over again. They get used to seeing what that is and they might be able to read that faster. Like this guy. This goes for your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't know what your living situation is, but a lot of times in relationships, we are so busy with kids, without kids, jobs, activities, hobbies, that maybe we forget to be super kind to the person you love the most besides your kid, or if you don't have children, your partner in life. I think that leaving them a note in their coat pocket, leaving them a note in their lunch if they pack their lunch, taking an extra second to just be like, hey, I love you, I'm thinking about you. I know that would make my day if that was in somewhere when I got to work, or if you're in the middle of a bad day and then you reach into your purse and then boom, a sweet note, whatever you want to say to them, to just let them know, I'm thinking of you, you're supported, you're cared for. This could also go for if you live with a parent of your own. Say you are a younger person still living with your parents, or even an older person living with your parent. Leave them a note. Thank you for everything you do. I love you for everything you do. I love you for who you are. Whatever it is, Don't forget everyone in your family. Make the time to support all the people. If you have sisters, brothers, once in a while, just surprise them with a little bit of kindness, a little bit of writing, a little bit of something to let them know that they're important in your life and you care. Next is physical touch. Disclaimer, please make sure you have permission to touch these people. Don't be running up and hugging strangers that don't want you to touch them, okay? If a family member of yours is having a horrible day, sometimes just the act of a hug can really change your energy. Have you ever had that when you're just feeling so tense and so horrible and someone's like, bring it in, and they just give you a nice hard squeeze? Jackie, I'm thinking of you right now. One of my best friends, Jackie, who lives in Georgia. Hi, Jackie. She gives the best hugs. And if you get a hug from Jackie, your life is healed, essentially. So if you are able to give a hug to someone, sometimes that means so much. This past weekend, again, when I was having fun with my friends, I was in a world of pain physically. My neck and back were hurting so bad, I can't even really express it to you guys. And two of my friends, Olivia and Sasha, thank you again, just jumped onto my shoulders, and Olivia started trying to get in there, and she was like, oh, wow, this is so tense. And then Sasha did some manipulation and trying to just like get my muscles away from the bone and just like soften them up, because I could hardly hold my head up. And they have no idea, I'm saying it now to you guys if you were watching, it meant the world to me that they would take the time to do that and be so selfless with their energy to help me feel human again. It hurt so bad, and they just so selflessly got up and just started working in there, and without even me asking, and I really appreciated that. Thank you, ladies. Oh, thank you. Here's a quick thing you can do if it's a family member that you are allowed to touch and that they are feeling stress. This is something called the toothpaste squeeze, originally taught to me by my dance teacher, Kathy Nolan, back in high school, and my friend Sasha actually did it to me the other night, and it's so simple, but it's so awesome. I'm going to demonstrate on Kaden. Come on over, babe. So this is the toothpaste squeeze. Could you stand up for us? If you're feeling stress, this is what you do. So I'm just going to show your arm, okay? So this is his arm, and what you do essentially is you pretend that you are squeezing toothpaste out of their arm, okay?
Do it.
So you start up here and you just start rubbing the muscles like this, right? And it's just like you're Caden's nodding, you can't see his head. You just start squeezing and you go all the way like this out the fingertips. How does that feel, babe?
Good.
Good.
My
Oh,
arm.
see, we got to do the other arm too. Don't forget the other arm, guys. So we do this, yep, and you go just like you're just like squeezing toothpaste. Try it with a friend today or anyone that needs some stress relief. Right out the fingers like that. Ah.
I'm going to try to do it to Mama.
I will let you do it right after this video.
Toothpaste squeeze, it's awesome. You'll watch my iPad now.
Bye, baby. Thank you for the demonstration.
Okay, bye.
It's so simple. Have you done the toothpaste squeeze before? If you've ever heard of this term, please leave it in the comments. I'm curious. And it's so simple, but if your spouse is like, just be like, give me your arm. You can do it to the arm. You can even do it from the quads down to the right out your toes too. So either way, all the extremities, you could try it. While we're on this topic, if you have a partner, sometimes that act of generosity of offering to rub their shoulders or their feet or their head, their scalp, their neck can totally change your mood. If you've had a really stressful day and your husband or wife is like, come here, babe, let me rub your neck. Who doesn't want that? Me personally, brush my hair. Let me watch Netflix and brush my hair at the same time. Bam. Happy as ever. Thanks for the necklace. Kaden said I needed this necklace, so we'll continue on with this. The next thing I'm going to talk about is undivided undivided attention is one of the most kind things you can do. I'll never forget, and I didn't realize it was a kind thing to do or something that someone would notice at the time, but back a long time ago, I had a boyfriend who had a real serious problem, and he was really having a hard time opening up. I remember he was sitting on the couch, and I kneeled in front of him, and I held his hands, like both of his hands, and I was giving him direct eye contact, and I was listening, and I was nodding, and it was just like nothing else in the world existed. And I remember him saying to me after, I don't know why this stood out so much to me, but that day you sat there in front of me and gave me your undivided attention, it meant the world to me. I've never felt more supported in my life. We all know in 2019, we are constantly on our phones or devices, and we can easily be listening to our spouse or kid and be staring at our phone and scrolling and being like, and you're really not understanding a word they're saying. How does it make you feel when you're trying to talk to someone and their head is down looking at their phone? I'll tell you, you feel unimportant. I have so many friends in my life that say to me all the time, their spouse, for example, he's always on his phone, he's never paying any attention to me. Buns, do I pay attention to you? Oh, you're purring so loud. Hi, baby. Taking that time to put the phone down and listen and talk and really let the other person know that you're comprehending what they're saying, responding to what they're saying, not just talking when it's your turn, can change your relationship in a big, wonderful way. When your partner or child feels understood and heard, life is going to be better. Just going to say it. It is. When you are distracted and not giving your undivided attention, it makes that person feel less than. And that's just the truth. Like I said, this video could be endless. I could do part 2, part 3, part 4, part 17. The list goes on and on. But the point today is practicing every day kindness, the habit of kindness. I think everything I said in this costs zero. And think about what you're contributing to the people in your home alone. I want to go on with this. I want to move it out to your friends, move it out to your coworkers, move it out to your neighborhood. But today, just this in your home, and this is just a couple things. I could think of a million other things that you could do to be kind to your family and start that small change in your home that will cause a huge change in the big scheme of things. If everyone in your home is feeling loved and supported and the benefits of the kindness, that's going to ripple out to everywhere they go and everyone they encounter. And then that makes the people at work smile, and that makes them feel kind and supported. And then they do it to the next person. You see this, right? It is an endless web of kindness that could change the whole world, guys, if you just start in your own home. Okay, now is your turn. What are some daily, frugal habits of kindness that you practice or want to practice in your very own home that cost little or absolutely nothing that you would like to start doing, or maybe you're already doing, that could change the world in a way, because that ripple effect will ripple out? Please leave in the comments frugal acts of kindness that you can do, cost little or nothing, that makes big impact. Big impact. Let me know in the comments. At this time, if you have made it through the whole video, please type in the comments, #be kind. My son's school has an amazing principal, and during the weekdays, she goes on Facebook every night and reads the kids a story. It is the most special and amazing thing I've ever seen. I love it so much. At 7 o'clock every night, she goes on Facebook Live and reads the kids a book. And at the very end, she says, in a world where you can be anything, always, always choose to be kind. I feel like that is a beautiful message. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. Please hit the red button to subscribe and smash the bell so you know the next time a Frugal video is uploaded, and hopefully you will watch and join in the conversation down below. I love reading your comments. I love that some of you comment on each other's comments, and always in a supportive, loving, wonderful way. Be kind, spread kindness. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.